Hello, welcome to Interesting History YouTube channel. Please subscribe, comment below, and hit the like button to see more interesting history. When it comes to iconic landmarks in Baltimore, the Key Bridge stands tall, both literally and figuratively. This majestic structure, officially known as the Francis Scott Key Bridge, has played a crucial role in shaping the city's history and identity. Join me as we take a deep dive into the fascinating story of the Baltimore Key Bridge. A bridge is born. The why and the when. But once upon a time, in a bustling Baltimore teetering on the edge of modernity, a grand idea sprouted to connect the urban sprawl of Baltimore City with the scenic stretches of Baltimore County. The clamor for such an ambitious project wasn't just the stuff of urban legend. It was a heartfelt cry from a population itching for easier commutes and smoother trade routes. Thus, the seed for the future Key Bridge was sown in the fertile grounds of necessity and innovation. But like any good tale of creation, this one too had its chapters of suspense. The wheels of progress turned slowly, and it wasn't until the groovy era of the 1970s that the vision truly started to take shape. The year 1972 became a milestone in Baltimore's chronicles, as the city witnessed the birth of a structure that would redefine its skyline and its future. The opening of the Key Bridge wasn't just a ribbon-cutting ceremony, it was the dawn of a new era of connectivity and opportunity. This detail of determination and architectural prowess speaks volumes about the spirit of Baltimore. It wasn't merely about bridging two land masses. It was about connecting communities, knitting the fabric of the city closer, and setting the stage for stories yet to unfold. So, the next time you find yourself crossing the majestic expanse of the Key Bridge, remember, you're not just traversing a river. You're journeying through a chapter of Baltimore's history, penned with steel beams and concrete, powered by the dreams of yesteryears. Who was Francis Scott Key, anyway? Francis Scott Key. Not just a bridge namesake, but a man who arguably set the tone for national anthems worldwide. Before his name was emblazoned on road signs and etched into the annals of Baltimore infrastructure fame, Key was a lawyer with a penchant for poetry and a knack for being in historically significant places at historically significant times. Picture this. It's the War of 1812, and Francis finds himself on a ship, detained, just in time to witness the bombardment of Fort McHenry. Moved by the sight of the American flag still waving at dawn, he does what any good lawyer poet would do. He jots down a poem that eventually becomes the Star-Spangled Banner. Key's transformation from a legal eagle to the author of the United States national anthem is a journey worthy of a Hollywood biopic, complete with dramatic sea battles and star-spangled banners fluttering heroically in the breeze. While he might not have envisioned his legacy stretching across a bridge, it's a fitting tribute. The Baltimore Key Bridge, bearing his name, connects more than just shores. It connects histories, communities, and countless daily journeys, much like Key's anthem has connected Americans for generations. So, next time you hum the national anthem or navigate the bustling traffic of the Key Bridge, spare a thought for Francis Scott Key. He wasn't just a one-hit wonder of the lyrical kind. He was a man whose words built bridges of their own, from past to present, from sea to shining sea. The design that dared engineering. Marvels. Let's get straight to the point. The Key Bridge is not just a pretty face in the Baltimore skyline. It's a bona fide engineering superhero. With its cape of steel and concrete, it stands as a sentinel over the Patapsco River, embodying the audacious spirit of design and ingenuity that dared to dream big. The architects and engineers behind this masterpiece didn't just throw a couple of beams together and call it a day. Oh no, they embarked on a quest to conquer the challenges of physics, geography, and the occasional ornery seagull. The bridge's unique double-deck structure is nothing short of an engineering marvel. This isn't just your run-of-the-mill overpass. It's a two-tiered titan that caters to the hustle and bustle of cars above, while offering a serene pathway for pedestrians below. Imagine the complexity of creating a structure that needs to be sturdy enough to handle daily traffic jams, yet graceful enough to be considered an architectural beauty. It's like asking a heavyweight boxer to perform ballet, and the Key Bridge nails it. Every rivet, beam, and bolt tells a story of innovation and determination. The bridge doesn't just span the Patapsco River, it leaps over it with the elegance of a gazelle and the strength of a linebacker. In an era where bigger is better was often the mantra, the Key Bridge stood out by being not just bigger, but smarter, stronger, and undeniably cooler. So the next time you're zooming over or sauntering beneath, take a moment to appreciate the genius woven into the very fabric of the Key Bridge. It's not just a crossing, it's a testament to the towering achievements of human creativity and resolve. And yes, it probably does wear a cape when we're not looking. The building blocks of history. Construction. Details, imagine a time when hard hats were the height of fashion, and the air was thick with the sounds of construction. That was the scene, as the Key Bridge began to rise from the dreams of architects into the skyline of Baltimore. Erecting this behemoth wasn't just another day at the office. It was a Herculean task that required a blend of muscle, sweat, and an unyielding belief in the impossible. Picture legions of workers, each a modern-day Sisyphus, pushing against the limits of engineering and patience to create a monument that would stand the test of time. The drama of construction wasn't without its nail-biting moments, reminiscent of a well-orchestrated ballet performed on a tightrope. Steel beams swung through the air with the greatest of ease, finding their place in the jigsaw puzzle that would become an icon of Baltimore. Concrete poured like the hopes and dreams of the city, setting the foundation for more than just a bridge, but a gateway to the future. Each rivet hammered, every cable tensioned, told a story of challenge and triumph. It wasn't merely about building a bridge, it was about stitching together the fabric of a community, creating a lifeline that would carry the aspirations of generations to come. So, when you cruise across the Key Bridge, spare a thought for the symphony of construction that played out to bring this marvel to life. It's a tale of grit, guts, and girders, the building blocks of history that crafted the Key Bridge into the towering testament to human achievement it is today. From trolley tracks to traffic jams, evolution of use, the Key Bridge in its illustrious journey from a blueprint dream to a concrete and steel reality has seen its fair share of transformations. It's a tale of evolution that Darwin himself would tip his hat to. Initially, the bridge envisioned trolleys, those charming, clanging streetcars, gracefully skating across its span, ferrying passengers with a touch of old-world elegance. However, as the wheels of time turned, so did the wheels on the bridge. The trolleys of yesteryears have been replaced by the roaring engines of today's vehicles, transforming the bridge into a pulsating artery of modern life. Gone are the days when the bridge's primary concern was accommodating the genteel pace of trolley traffic. Now it stands as a bulwark against the daily onslaught of cars, trucks, and the occasional adventurous pedestrian, braving the elements to cross its expanse. This transformation from trolley tracks to traffic jams is not just a shift in transportation modes. It's a reflection of the bridge's adaptability, a testament to its enduring relevance in the fast-paced narrative of urban development. Navigating through the symphony of honks and the ballet of brake lights, the Key Bridge continues to embrace its role as a steadfast connector of people and places. It's a vibrant testament to the fact that while modes of transport may evolve, the bridge's mission of bringing together the shores of Baltimore remains unwavering. In the grand tapestry of its history, The evolution from trolley tracks to traffic jams is but another colorful thread weaving together the past and the present in a continuous loop of progress. Iconic moments in Key Bridge history. Dive into the scrapbook of the Key Bridge, and you'll find it's not just a collection of steel beams and concrete, but a treasure trove of memories that have etched themselves into Baltimore's cultural tapestry. Picture this, a chilly evening where the sky above the Key Bridge is ablaze with fireworks. Each explosion a vibrant brushstroke painting the night with celebration. These aren't just any old fireworks. They're the kind that make you believe in magic again, all witnessed by the wide-eyed gaze of the bridge. And then there's the marathon, where the Key Bridge transforms from a mere pathway to a stage for human endurance and spirit. It's where sweat and determination mix with the salty breeze of the Patapsco River, creating an alchemy of ambition that's palpable in the air. Participants aren't just running across a bridge, they're sprinting through history, their footsteps echoing the dreams of those who paved this path before them. Not to be left out, the bridge has played host to presidential motorcades, their polished vehicles gliding across its expanse, momentarily turning it into the nation's runway. And let's not forget the countless community events that have seen the bridge morph from a stoic guardian of the waterways to a bustling backdrop for unity and celebration. In essence, the Key Bridge isn't just part of Baltimore's skyline. It's a vibrant character in the city's ongoing story. Its cables and beams bearing witness to moments that connect us, quite literally, across time and water. Preserving the legacy, maintenance and renovations, maintaining the grandeur of the Key Bridge is no small feat. It's an ongoing labor of love and logistics that ensures this Baltimore icon doesn't just stand the test of time, but does so with its head held high and paint job gleaming. It's akin to ensuring a vintage Cadillac runs as smoothly as a modern-day Tesla challenging, but oh so worth it. The bridge undergoes a rigorous spa treatment, from the pampering of its steel beams with fresh coats of paint to the tender care of its concrete decks, which are scrutinized for even the slightest signs of wear and tear. It's a behind-the-scenes ballet of construction workers, engineers, and, let's be honest, probably a few puzzled seagulls, all working in concert to keep the bridge not only functional, but fabulous. This isn't just maintenance, it's a meticulous mission to preserve a piece of Baltimore's heartbeat, ensuring that every cross is as safe and scenic as the last. So the next time you breeze across the Key Bridge, remember, it takes more than steel and concrete to keep a legend looking this good. The bridge in pop culture. From films to folklore, lights, camera, Key Bridge. This architectural behemoth doesn't just loom large over the Patapsco River. It's also a heavyweight in the world of pop culture. The bridge's striking presence has snuck into scenes of films, framed the dramatic moments of television shows, and nestled itself into the narratives of novels, becoming as much a character in storytelling as the flesh and blood protagonists. It's the kind of backdrop that doesn't just support a scene, it steals it with the aplomb of a seasoned actor stepping into the spotlight. Directors call action, and the Key Bridge delivers a performance that's both stoic and stirring, its cables and arches creating a silhouette that's instantly recognizable to anyone who's ever called Baltimore home or wished they did. In the realm of folklore, tales of its construction and the legends that lace its lanes add an aura of mystique, making it a bridge not just of steel, but of stories. From its cinematic cameos to its literary shoutouts, the Key Bridge proves that it's not just a pathway from point A to point B. It's a journey through the cultural consciousness of Baltimore, one scene at a time. What's in a name? The bridge's monikers through time. The Francis Scott Key Bridge, or as it's more colloquially known, the Key Bridge. It's the linguistic chameleon of the Baltimore skyline, adept at shedding its formal attire for something a bit more casual in everyday banter. You see, over the years, this architectural marvel has earned itself a few pet names, each a testament to its place in the local lexicon and the affections of those who cross its span. Some folks prefer the breezy The Key, a nickname that conjures images of unlocking new adventures, or perhaps just getting across town without hitting every red light. Then there are those who go for the full Key Bridge, because sometimes you just need to spell it out that yes, this is the bridge that holds the key to crossing the Patapsco River with panache. No matter the moniker it's known by, this bridge's identity is as multifaceted as the community it serves. A true bridge of names, if you will, linking not just shores, but the very words we use to evoke the spirit of Baltimore.